This is Across the Board with Jeff Grant here at SBRforum.com. Going to take a look at Game 3 of the Eastern Conference Finals set for Sunday at 8:30 Eastern Time on TNT at Bankers Life Fieldhouse in Indianapolis. The Heat opened up as a pick'em in the market, moved to a 1-point favorite, while the total stands at 182 at SBRodds.com. When you look at Miami, they're going to look to bounce back from a 97-93 setback as 7.5-point home favorites in Game 2 Friday night, with both games in this best-of-7 series going over the total. Four-time NBA MVP LeBron James led all scorers with 36 points. He was absolutely brilliant until the final minute of that contest on Friday. 4-0 straight up and against the spread on the road during the postseason, and the Heat, got to remember, they are 46-4 straight up in their last 50 games dating back to the regular season. They've also won at least one playoff game in 10 consecutive playoff series. That is the longest active streak in the NBA. And since the Big Three arrived in South Beach, with Dwayne Wade inviting Chris Bosh and LeBron James to the Miami area, they have won 14 total games on the road in the playoffs. That is the most in the league. The Indiana Pacers possess home court advantage now, with the series tied at 1 game apiece. And an interesting note that I read on Saturday morning is the fact that Indiana did not fly home immediately after Game 2. They stayed in the Miami area and are flying back on Saturday. I think that's a good move with how fatigued both of these rosters looked, especially some of the players on the Pacers. 6-0 straight up and against the spread at home in the 2013 NBA playoffs, winning those games by an average of 14 points. Indiana really gets it done on the defensive end when playing inside this building, 89.6 points per game, and they've outscored opponents by 8.5 points since the regular season started. From a sports betting trend perspective, Miami 7-0 against the spread following a straight-up loss, while the underdog has cashed in 4 of the last 5 series meetings between these two rivals, including the underdog cashing in the first 2 games of this series. I established a handicapper line at a pick'em immediately after the game. So the line maker basically sent out the same line that I did this morning on Saturday as I'm shooting this from Las Vegas. My direction for this game is to take whoever is listed as the underdog before the game tips. I'm not exactly going to jump on the Indiana Pacers +1 right now. I'm going to take the underdog when this game tips on Sunday, and I suggest you do the same. This has been another edition of Across the Board here at SBRforum.com, and you can follow me on Twitter at Jeff Grant Sports.